few months ago, never ever do I anticipate that that was going to happen to me. But there it was, and it did. I mean, and the Queen was absolutely marvellous. She was charming, and we spoke quietly together, and it was a very great day for me. And she was really very, very kind person.
She was beaming when she saw you for the first time. Yes. I could see her smile.
Yes, yes. I mean, she was. I mean, she'd just been to a wedding, and then she comes to see me. So it was a very special occasion, because of course she was already in her wedding clothes, and she was absolutely marvellous. I mean, she was. I never ever knew what to expect from the Queen, but she was simply marvellous.
You two seem to get on quite well, and I know you can't tell me what you spoke about, but it seems like she really did live up to the expectations that you had. She
did, because, I mean, I don't remember, I once said that I hope when she hits me with the sword, she'll be very gentle. And she said, I am being kind. I'll do it very gently. She said that, so she knew I'd said what I'd said, so she does know what's going on all the time. And she obviously has got an enormous sense of humour.
Yes, just like you. And what was going through your mind when you walked across that lawn and you could see Her Majesty coming out? What were you thinking?
I think that was it. Actually, I didn't know what to expect, but everything was timed, and they said, I kept saying, you've got so many minutes, and there's so many. I knew that she'd turn up exactly on time, because she always does. I mean, if you've been to any of the commemoration, then she's always spot on. I mean, the Big Ben knows when to chime. So when the Queen appears, it knows it can go boom. I mean, she is absolutely perfect on timing, and she was. She was spot on the time that she said she would be, and there she came, and it was quite remarkable. I mean, she came out with her handbag, and there was a chair for her to sit on, but I think the chair was for the handbag, it wasn't for her to sit on, because that's where the handbag went, on the chair that she was put there in front of me, and there was a time signal when I had to step forward a couple of paces, and of course I like being on time, and we did that perfectly, so the two of us were spot on.
You were. You walked very well. I saw you walking across. When we saw it on camera, you walked very well across the lawn, and I know that was something you were a little bit worried about, and you didn't have to kneel, thank goodness.
No, that's why I said if I kneel I'd never get up, because I could kneel down, but somebody'd have to help me get up again. But that was all right. She realised that poor old me, I couldn't, I'd have to keep on standing, and she was quite happy about that.
It's a very big moment. Now, obviously, you've lived for 100 years now.
Yes.
I know you can't believe it, and you've achieved so much in that time. What do you think your proudest achievement is?
Standing in front of the Queen and being whacked by a sword.
That tops them all.
That was it, yes. I mean, never ever did anticipate anything ever like that would happen. I just didn't believe it could, and it was magic that it did. I mean, it really was something very special, and it won't happen again.
And they put out all the stops for you because they've never had an open-air ceremony before. So they did everything very differently just for you.
It's special. Yes, it really, I mean, it has never happened before, and there's never, I understand, been a one-off time like there was on Friday. It's never ever happened before, so I'm especially honoured by that occasion.
Now, I saw you when you came out in the car, and you had your first taste of how much people love you, because you have become world famous. And the moment everyone noticed it was you, they were all very excited. What was that like for you, seeing all those people look at you?
Well, that was, couldn't really see that. I mean, I could see some people. I saw you, and it was very interesting to see these people. But I mean, I couldn't hear what was going on, but it was interesting to see people there who I knew weren't allowed inside, but outside.
Now, you've achieved so much, as I said. What do you think you'll be doing next? What's next for Captain Tom?
Well, we set off to raise a lot of money for the National Health Service, and people have still been so good and so kind throughout the world, and I think I know I'm fairly well known throughout the world, and I shall go on walking up and down here so long as people are kind enough to give money to a contribution of what is going to happen as far as I'm concerned next. And so that really is, nothing's going to change from that point of view. I mean, all right, I'm knighted and that's marvellous, but it hasn't changed me inside. I'm the same person sitting here it was so many weeks ago. Nothing's changed. I mean, now really I know probably worldwide as Captain Tom. Well, if that's how it is, that's how it could stay, but it hasn't changed the inside Tom. The inside Tom is just the same as it always has been.
I can tell as well. I always say you don't change, no matter what happens.
No, I've no intention of doing that. Why should I change? I mean, look at this sunshine. It's still shining like it did before, and it'll go on shining. And for the people who are having a rather rough time, remember, the storm will pass and the sun will shine, so things will get better. Whoever they are, things are going to get better, and they can't get much better for me really, but I'm still here and I'm still happy, and I'm had to hope I keep on smiling, particularly smiling at people like you who come to see me occasionally. That's part of the day, and I hope that goes on for a long time yet.